Well, okay. Hello there. This is Khara Night. I am leaving Indio right now, and I'm going back to Orange County. So I thought I would take this time to record my videos because I have so much time of doing nothing. So I just kind of wanted to get a perspective, my perspective on this year so far. It's been a doozy. Today, I believe, I don't even know what day it is today. I believe it's August 1st, maybe the 2nd. I think it's the 1st today. And I love fall. Be glad when that's coming up. It is extremely hot out here right now. It's 93 degrees, but it is about, I don't know, 50% humidity. It's very humid, muggy. And I love the dry heat, but the humidity, good short term, but long term, yeah, no, can't handle it. So right now, I'm just going to go into Orange County where they are having heat waves too, although their heat waves are considerably cooler than the 121 degrees it was yesterday when I left. And with it humid, it just wipes the crap out of you. So, but yeah, we're living in hell, so what else could you expect? Because right now, 2020 is our living hell for most people. However, of course, since it's back-assward world, it is a wonderful time for me. So right now, as of March 15th, 2020, March 15th, 2020, was told I was no longer going to be working. They closed down my classes. The city closed down our classes, told us we could no longer hold classes for dog training in the parks. So I spent that day just kind of freaking out for a little bit. I was planning on retiring this year, so it wasn't totally unplanned, but it was unexpected to happen like that. The classes just stopped midstream. Everybody got a refund. Ended up costing my contractor a lot of money because she is awesome and she paid her trainers our full wage even though she didn't get hers. So they didn't want to do that again. Summertime, we weren't sure was going to happen, but it did. And they opened up and the classes are going. But I had spent 4 months kind of changing my life because I thought my career was ended early. And so I went to Phoenix to stay with my son, help take care of the kids. And we got more kids. We got 3 goats. So I have my little goat life, the greatest of all time. And it is. I'm so happy and I'm enjoying it and I love my son so much. I love all my kids so much. Like, I wish we were all together again because I really, really love my kids. And I love hanging out with all of them. And the grandkids are just so cool. So that's our plan, to work our vast empire and get some plot of land somewhere out between Cali and Arizona. Probably be in Arizona, I think. But we are going to have our vast empire, raise hemp because of the wonderful seeds and oils and fiber, all these awesome things that it does, medicine for healing epilepsy and other seizure-related problems. And the CBD oil I know healed, well, it didn't heal, but helped with fibromyalgia for the lady I was taking care of a few years ago. Her fibromyalgia was so bad that I couldn't even really put a sheet over her feet because they hurt so bad, her legs and her feet. So then a friend of mine got me some CBD oil, and we gave her a dose, and the first night I was able to rub lotion on her legs and put socks on them and her bandages on her heels. So I really believe in the healing properties of CBD. So I want to grow it. I want to grow hemp. I want to grow cannabis. I want to grow fruit trees and moringa trees and mesquite, eucalyptus, all the fruit trees, nuts, berries, herbs, and have what they call a food forest. If you don't know, Google it, or DuckDuckGo, find it. And the food forest are what we should be developing, especially out here in the desert. And it is definitely viable. I've seen proof of that, so I want to try it. And then we have our animal farm. I've got a vast empire that has all these little offshoots. So we have our hemp, have our cannabis, we have our food forests, earthships. Again, if you don't know, earthships are definitely something I'm interested in. And aircrete and hempcrete, hempcrete, I don't know. Haircrete, I don't know. Anyway, so having these different options of healing and helping the planet, because I have been spending all my years following the white rabbit and following rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole, to the point where I have no idea at all what is true, what is not. And mostly, it doesn't even concern me, so it doesn't, I have no game in here. So I spend a lot of wasted time, I feel, may not be, following the elusive rabbit going nowhere. So right now, I am going to focus more on actual rabbit holes that may contain an actual rabbit that might save your life someday with food or clothes, or get a few of them, start raising them, and survive. Yeah, we need to look back to Mother Nature. The plants and trees that are already growing and out there are for our healing and for our benefit, but the ones that do the most healing are the ones that we're most offended by. Our weeds are healers. Our weeds are our medicinals, and even edible, like for food. We are not taking advantage of what is already given us. The food forest idea basically is that Mother Nature takes care of herself, and everything is an ecosystem that survives on its own. And so once you get it established, and mostly the main trick is aged wood chips, and it's very important that they're actual ground fresh wood chips. I want them to be fresh, but as opposed to processed or chemically colored or anything, you want them just trees, just chopped up, left to dry for up to a year or more, I guess, and then layering it, just having layers and layers, 4 inches, 6 inches, letting it decompose, getting it wet. The dried bark and the dry wood will absorb the water and release it more slowly. It breaks down. And we did a strip of it at the house in Phoenix, where we put about a 4-inch layer of the wood chips, goat did we have the goat poop? No, we didn't have the goat poop. Ashes is what we had. Ashes and wood chips, and we piled it really thick. And then when I went back this year and dug into that dirt, it was soft dirt again, and there was worms all crawling through it. So very, very nice breakdown of the chips in a year, because it's very hot out there. I don't even think they need a year, but I'd like to do more. And where the wood chips are, we can't even grow anything because that's where the goats are, and they will eat it. So we will, I did take the dirt out and use it for my other planter, though, where I now have, I believe it's cucumbers. We'll see. It had a bunch of flowers, but I don't see anything growing yet. I'm expecting hopefully soon to see something. Let me know what it is. Because I thought it might have also been a cantaloupe, which I was hoping it was, but was told by somebody a little more knowledgeable in plants than I that it looked like a cucumber. So since that's what I planted, I will take it. So, and our front plants are having a hard time. It's just so very, very hot, and the sun. We have a sunshade over the pool, which has made it wonderful. So now we can go swimming. The pool guy told us that our pool was really cool, and I said, "Yeah, man, it is." And he said, "No, I mean temperature-wise, compared to the other pools I'm dealing with, which are now all saunas." And then it got really windy last weekend when I was gone, so my son pulled the tarp over to the side, and yeah, the pool got really warm. So now it is all spa, can't really go swimming in it, but it definitely is a nice soak, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And yeah, so that's life at our goat life. The pool, the goats, the dogs, the home, the garden, the grandkids, and these commutes, these 2-hour commutes into Orange County, and getting used to it. It's maybe 3.5 hours from Indio to Phoenix, or Phoenix to Indio, and that's broken up midway in Quartzside. Daniel's really good fresh jerky. I do not get paid to sponsor that place, but I love them. I love them so much. They're always so kind. You can get samples of the jerky. I like the kippered beef. It's a lot easier on my teeth, but the flavor of all of their jerky is just awesome. And they have all these bags of old-fashioned candies and yummy old sodas and all these goody things. They always are so sweet and nice. They also, I didn't have to wear a mask when I went in there, which I liked. And it was very clean, and we all social distanced. And they even let me use the bathroom, which was also very clean and nice. So, yay. I love Daniel's. I stop there every time I'm going through, because it's our halfway point. And there's a gas station right next door, and I get gas. Which, in Arizona, they don't have, well, they do have flex fuel. Actually, I almost misspoke. But it is very few and far between, even more so than in Orange County. But since I have a flex fuel vehicle, I like to use that instead of gasoline. I think it helps the air, so I do my little part. But in Arizona, most of the gas stations are just regular gas, but for the same price as flex fuel in Orange County. Or you usually spend about $1 a gallon less for my flex fuel than what everybody else is spending on regular gas. So definitely like to fill up before I cross it, because just crossing the border from Arizona to California, the gas goes up $1 as soon as you cross the border on regular gas. So yeah, fill up in Quartzsite, and that'll get me to Anaheim Hills, where there's another flex fuel gas station. I'll fill up there. That'll take me my weekend in Orange County, and then I'll hit that gas station again when I'm on my way out. Do the same thing in reverse. So I've been doing this now for a little over a month. I think this is my 5th week coming in, maybe my 4th week. Still have another 4 weeks because of the way they got scattered. So instead of it just being, my longest class was actually 7 weeks, but I started a class before that. So August 22nd is my final day of my 22nd year career. So that's appropriate. 22, of course, is 4, and I am 4. So if you have no idea what that means, don't worry. It's an inside joke in my head. So if you know, you know. If you don't know, don't worry. So I want to keep this recording going at least until I get to the windmills, which are up ahead here a bit. I just like to show them because it's sort of a novelty. I drive past them all the time, so sort of get used to them and a little, I don't know, unappreciative of them. But in Palm Springs out here, we have our little windmill zone. It gets really windy out here. If you don't know, living out here in the desert, and in this area, it's pretty much every day. And at sunset, it gets really windy. And you're talking maybe 80 miles an hour wind sometimes, 70, 80. And they have signs, strong winds ahead. And yeah, they kind of push you around a bit. This vehicle I'm in, my little HHR puffin stuff, it takes the wind really well. I really don't have any problems driving in it. But it's kind of scary when you're next to a big rig and the wind stops and you got that adjustment, and as soon as you pass them, you get hit with it again. Like, bam. Feels like somebody just slams into the side of your car. So you got to be careful out here. But because of all these gusty winds, they put up all these windmills, and you can actually take a tour through them. I have not done that. I probably should. I think it's, I don't know, maybe $35 or something. Have to group on that, and we'll see. But they take you through a tour of the windmills, how they're built, started, all that good stuff. The history of the windmills, which are here approaching. And but it feels to me like I kind of go through a time warp. When I come through during the day, it just gives me a really weird feeling. At night, you just see the red lights on them blinking, so it's not, I know where I'm at, but I don't get that same lag on the time. But when they're all moving and spinning and you drive through, it just feels really weird. And they're gigantic. They don't look that big when you're driving up to them. Oh, windmills, how cool. But you get up there and you actually, like if you were standing next to them, they're gigantic. I don't even know how tall they are, but the blades themselves are just huge. They have some laying off to the side of the road, off to the freeway. And you can see how big they are. They're just like an aeroplane propeller or something. And they just slowly turn and create energy. I'm not even sure how much energy, if it creates enough for this whole city. That's Desert Hot Springs, I think this is what's out here. Cathedral City, Desert Hot Springs, all that area. have to take the tour and find out. That would be interesting. I'm sure I could probably go online and do my research, find all that info myself. But they've been here for a very long time, I know that. I mean, within my lifetime, though, I guess that's not too long. I'm not that old. But, yeah, they've been here for a while. I don't know how much energy they produce. There is quite a few of them. So I imagine it could probably store enough for it. And then that's the thing. The energy is produced, but can it be stored? Does it need to be used immediately? But instead of all these, as I was saying before and lost track, and because I'm rambling, the rabbit holes. I'm looking out at all this land out here, and just the rabbit holes online are not worth pursuing for me anymore. And I'm kind of at a dilemma over that, because I know exposing things, bringing them to light is what is going to change things. But the rabbit holes are just distractions from my purpose. I have a purpose. I have a game plan. I have a big game plan. I've already got 8 businesses that are on the table, and could be more, it should be 9. I should have 9, but 9 to 13 businesses is what I would like to be overseeing. I, of course, do not intend on running and working these full 9 businesses, which, again, can extend exponentially with their own little things and increase. Any one of these businesses is a viable money-making option, and I'm being distracted and doing, nonsense here, trying to change the world when I just need to change my world. Investing my time in, again, the food forest, first of all. My moringa trees at home are growing, so that's awesome. We have our goats to start, so I'm learning goat husbandry, which is a whole new field. Having to learn how to deal with maintaining the goats. And then my books and my t-shirts and stuff, I want to go online and do an online shop with those. So that's all taking time. So instead of scrolling through and spending an hour or two listening to the deep space program, or are aliens actually the Pentagon reveals a video of not of this world aerial phenomenon, and everybody just goes, oh, okay, I think the murder hornets were scarier right now. So crazy times ahead here. Can I scoot that in a little bit? So here are the windmills that I take advantage of and don't spend that much time appreciating, but I'm very, very in awe of them. Yeah, we're in Desert Hot Springs, Palm Springs, Desert Hot Springs. And our windmills, the famous windmill hills, they're all around. So, yeah, most of them are turning right now, which means it's windy out here. Windy and humid and hot. It is 95, which is really not bad for Palm Springs. But then again, it's only 9 o'clock in the morning, so my goal is to get into Orange County by around 11-ish, 10:30, 11. We'll see how the traffic goes. My classes start at noon. I've got a couple classes today, tomorrow, Monday, and then I'm back here, so I just wanted to share that little bit. Let y'all know I'm coming back on YouTube and doing these little videos. See how long I can record. But, yeah, the windmills of Palm Springs. For all those who've never seen them, fields and fields. Up on the hills. And just turn it a little sideways. So we're driving, we'll see. I don't know if that's gonna. I'm setting it on the dashboard. It might be too bumpy, and the video might blur. But I'm recording this on my YouTube channel, so hopefully I can record a nice long little video and save it, put it up there, see how these go. I'll try and get better. I'll need my friend Chris to write me or play me some kind of theme song. I'll definitely need a theme song according to my grandson, who's a big wrestling fan, and of course everybody has their theme song. So he asked me if I had a theme song for my YouTube channel. Told him I did not. I will work on that. He's 6. So already business night. Gotta get your logos, gotta get your theme song, gotta get your business act together. Come on, Umi, what's wrong with you? Oh, these kids, I freaking love them. Little entrepreneurs of tomorrow. So we'll see what's happening with them. Yeah, I think these kids are gonna do great things. I'm impressed watching them, and I love them and want to support them. Want to have business opportunities for them, although they're all coming up with their own already. Watch my twins do great things already. Crash and burn a few times, but haven't we all? So they're all good. Just pick them up, dust them off, and send them on their way again. And they're just shining, and I'm so proud. So I am going to end this video just because I don't have enough to say for 2 hours right now. Oh, that's a lie. I always do. So, but yeah, no, just stop. We gotta work on these. Perfecting our speech, perfecting our words. Let your words be deliberate and mean what you say what you mean, and keep it simple, sweetie. So that's what I'm gonna do, and we'll see if we can improve these YouTube videos to make it worth watching as I develop my vast empire, as I go about my life. Like, why should any of you care? But we're all a little voyeuristic, and I know I look forward to seeing my friends' videos online, so hopefully they'll check in for a minute. I just can't get them going for too long, then you'll just get bored and wander off anyway. So y'all have a great day. That is my intent, and peace, love, and I'll see you next time. Miss Pa, goodbye.